You're now locked in with 718 Terror.
All right, y'all, man. We ain't got CEO McClain in here today, y'all. So we got Trap Sid playing CEO McClain and Trap Sid for the intro, man. Go ahead and let them know who he is.
Cheers, it's your boy CEO McClain, NoAdvisory Podcast, Charlotte's most dangerous crew. Hey y'all, it's your girl Trap Sid.
What's good, y'all? It's your rockstar comedian of the world, not just the city, but the world.
Hey.
Mookie Immature.
And I'm Chocolate Diamond, Queen of the Neelig Nation, also known as Shy. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
What's good, man?
What's
How was
up,
your
y'all? How was y'all week been? How was y'all weekend?
I don't know about y'all week.
week? My week was fun. My weekend was fun,
Let's
man.
ask about Mookie's week. In
Atlanta was lit, man. Shout out to the Social Currency Experience, man. Had the Out the Mud concert. Charlotte went down, put on. There was a lot of artists from all over. Alabama, of course, Atlanta, everywhere, man. Artists came out, performed. We got interviewed a lot. Shout out to CEO and Shop Sid did a lot of interviews, man.
Yeah.
That shit was lit, man. A lot of energy out there, man. As soon as you touched down in Atlanta, you felt the energy. Like, you knew it was different. Like, I'm here.
Dead ass. Like, as soon as you see the Atlanta signs, like, it's like the whole atmosphere changed. Like, the sun got brighter. Like, the weather got warmer. Like, I swear to God, Atlanta was like embracing you. Like, yes, come.
I wish I was there.
It was lit,
Come to the beach. Atlanta need to come to the beach commercial now, like how they used to do in Jamaica.
I wish I was there. I'm glad y'all had a good weekend. I was kind of like trying to like spy on y'all and see what y'all had going on, but it looks like y'all had a good time.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Atlanta's
representing the
always
NoAdvisory brand.
How was your experience in Atlanta? How was your likewise?
Mine was lit. I mean, a lot of networking, did a lot of interviews. I had fun. I had hella fun.
For sure.
Got high. I mean, you know, that's my fun.
There it is. Yeah, that's all you needed. Can't go wrong with a blunt and a bottle. You feel
Okay,
me?
for real, especially in Atlanta.
Can't have too many fucked up days with that.
But nah, the vibes was there. It was great performances there. People really bought the energy. People really bought good songs. Like,
Definitely.
only a handful of bad songs, but
A handful.
majority was good. Majority was good. But nah,
Definitely.
shout out to Social Currency, East Hood, Sporty Odie. Who else? Rev the Exec. All of them.
Definitely.
Good event.
That's
So
good.
What's up, man? What you got for us? Hot topics,
I
birthdays?
guess it's me. Okay, we only got one important birthday today. Tatiana Ali.
Oh,
Tatiana
how old
Ali.
did
She
she
turns
turn?
42.
What the fuck? I feel old as fuck.
She's
Is that
old.
Will
y'all.
Smith's little cousin?
Yeah, Ashley.
Ashley Banks.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
42.
She 42.
She's still fine though.
And Ashanti is 40. I didn't know that. I'm like,
Yeah.
dang, look at all these girls in the 40
Shanti
club.
fine though.
Ashanti is beautiful.
Fine.
40s is the new what?
40s.
I coming from in the 20s. Okay.
Shy,
no.
you like 6 years older than me, dude.
Girl, I'm old. I am somebody's grandma. Okay.
Really?
No, I
I was
hope
about to
not.
say, are you really?
No, I hope not. I kill him.
Dropping bombshells on the podcast. Okay.
No.
Like,
And
ain't no virgin. My little man's ain't no virgin no more, man.
oh my god.
Oh, her heart. I seen it.
Yo, it broke my heart. I was like, dang, he ain't a baby no more. So I'm gonna go ahead and let him live his life. I'm gonna stop
Did you
being a
catch it?
helicopter.
Or did you just heard?
No, he told me.
Okay.
He told me. He told me.
I gotta
He
get
told
on
me.
that shit.
Yeah.
At least he told you.
Yeah. Thank God.
Did he tell you how it was?
You know what, Moo? He bet not. No.
That's going to live in too far.
No, he bet not. Maybe later on in our relationship, probably, but he bet not tell me anything about his experience. He told me about some slip ups, but that's about it. But yeah, but if you are watching the podcast and also watching the game, y'all multitasking, I appreciate y'all because I know the game is grabbing a lot of people's attention right now. And y'all see the score.
Yeah, what is the score? I don't even know the score. 21 to 12.
21 to 12.
With that being there, Tom Brady going back to the Super Bowl, man. So he
He's
the
a
fucking
goat.
goat, man. I know all the Buccaneers fans is happy as fuck they got Tom Brady right now. They call that nigga phone like, we did it, Tom. We did it.
All right, any hot topics for today?
Okay, where do I start? Let's go in this order. Dave Chappelle tested positive for COVID. He was asymptomatic. So he showed no symptoms, but he does have COVID. Larry King died last night. 87. Rest in peace to Larry King.
He lived a good long life though, so I can't even,
He did.
Yeah.
And he did a lot of things. So I'm pretty sure his, family's proud of him. Definitely prayers up. I know that they have requested privacy for at least a week. So
that's fair.
We also had another death this week too. Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron.
Yep,
Hank
sure
Aaron.
did.
Yep,
Yep.
Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron. And he got the COVID test.
Yeah, he got the
January
COVID
5th.
vaccine.
Yeah, the COVID vaccine on January 5th.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he had the COVID vaccine and he died. So, yeah.
Oh man.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I think Hank Aaron was in his 80s. I think he was
86.
86 too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yikes.
Getting
And then
him
my
up outta
mom
here.
keeps talking about the vaccine, and she was like, she's acting like she can't wait to get it. And I'm like, yo, calm down. I'm like, you don't have no hesitant, no nothing.
Right.
You just so ready to get this vaccine.
It's been a year. It's been a year.
know,
You've been all right. We've been all right for
but
this
she's
whole
up
year.
there in age, and I just like, I'm like, you playing with it. Like I feel like we need to go ahead and calm down. I'm like very scared for my mom to get it. She's just ready.
A lot of them are, man.
See.
Somebody, I do Medicare. They calling me like, I'm trying to get in line for this vaccine. I'm like, they ready to get it.
Yeah, these old people
Older
just
people ready.
they not feeling a mask. They want to be out with their loved ones,
Right.
but I'm like, is that a ticket
I mean,
to heaven?
I know Novant. I read this today. Novant is having a mass vaccination day, like January 30th.
They're gonna have
they
the
do.
old people standing
like
in the
one day, yeah,
line.
for
Them
separate
lines are
hours.
ridiculous.
For anybody that's eligible for the vaccine, you can come from like 6:30 a.m. to like 8 p.m. and get the COVID
But right now,
vaccine.
it's like people like 75 and up and 65 and up, I think.
Mhm.
And then you still
People
got your first
that- yeah.
responders.
But in the line though, old people in the
In the
line,
cold, in the
yes, I don't know how I feel about that. We got to figure out some type. And then I see that Joe Biden's immediately working, and he's
Mhm.
trying to, for one, talk about hesitancy because a lot of people are scared to get it. He's going to handle people apprehensiveness about that, and then also how all these old people are coming on to like CNN, MSNBC are talking about how they've been in the lines long.
Mhm.
And how it's 4 people administering the test while they got a long lines. It's it's kind of getting hectic. So I hope the administration is coming up with some type of plan and game plan. So
Agreed.
yeah,
I know
but
a
I'm
couple
scared
days
though.
ago,
I'm
New
scared.
York ran out of vaccines, and they're doing theirs by appointment. So everybody that had an appointment from last Wednesday until like next Tuesday, they got pushed back for like 2 weeks.
Wow. But so once you get the vaccine, that means no more mask. That means
in my
no
opinion,
more.
I would still wear a mask. Like it
Go
would
out
just
as
make
normal?
sense to wear a mask. Like because then if they were to do that, then it's like how would you be able to differentiate between who really got the vaccine and who just don't want to wear a mask?
Right.
That would be
Yeah.
a shit show, honestly.
I don't know. They have to figure out some type of plan.
They got to hit niggas with the brand and let them know they got the vaccine. Gonna start hitting niggas
I
with
have the
barcode.
vaccine on the shirt. Don't barcode. All right, Nazi.
Right, okay.
I'm just saying they're gonna start letting people know. Like, I gotta look.
Okay, let's see. What other order I want to go in? Let's do it like this. Yaya Mayweather named her son Kentrell Jr. And that was announced by Kentrell or NBA Youngboy's mother on Clubhouse. She spilled the beans. So definitely shout out to Clubhouse.
What was she sipping on?
I don't know.
This is
She
what
was
it
in
said.
she was in a Clubhouse, and when they announced that she was in there, they made her moderator, and people was like asking her questions, and they was like, "What did y'all name the baby? What did y'all name the baby?" She was like, Kentrell Jr. And we was like, "What the fuck?"
Hell nah.
Okay, so as we all know, Trump has pardoned Lil Wayne and Kodak Black his last day in office, right? So yay, congratulations. But it's not over for Kodak. Because he's still facing charges from a 2016 sexual assault case that could land him back in prison.
So he ain't parting from our charges.
No, he just pardoned from the charge that he was in prison for. So Kodak, man, get your life together, man. I don't know what you did to piss these people off, but
They want your
they
ass.
hate your guts. So
I've
Move
always
out of
didn't
that
like
state.
him. After he made that statement about dark-skinned women, he gets no respect from me.
What
He's
he
been
say?
canceled. He was just like, he preferred light-skinned because he feels like the dark-skinned women are more rah-rah, more
we
like.
got some rah-rah for your ass.
So
Pop, pop.
I said, okay, all right.
He must not know some light skinned hoes that I know.
Please. So I'm like, all right.
Rock coming off. They on
But we already know Kodak got a little turtle because he's uncircumcised with a little wee after that shower video. So we ain't taking no losses.
Can we talk about Danny Lee
Canceled.
and this light skin song?
Canceled.
And then her apology that she issued.
Canceled.
How do y'all feel about that? I mean, personally, although colorism is an issue, I don't want y'all to cancel me for saying this. Although colorism is an issue in America, yes, and I do not agree with the song at all. No, I think the shit's trash. She never should have made it. Personally, me, it did not bother me because I'm confident in myself. I don't give a fuck what she got to say. I know niggas like me.
But that's not the point. The point is not the confidence. The point is the fact that, number one, you have been screaming that I am a Latina.
She's not even black. So
and
she
then,
don't even
exactly.
that's why she doesn't phase
so
me. Like,
it should, and then you were saying, but I got black friends. I'm a Latina, but I got black friends. But then now she's saying she's Afro-Latina or something to justify. Regardless, the Masterpiece song is dumb. I guess that's her response. So now she's going to come and say, well, this is what he prefers. But ma'am, you're not a yellow bone. You just a regular light-skinned chick. And she's a pick-me. I've always she's canceled.
So is Latinos considered light skin?
No.
They're
not even in that sphere because they're not black.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You don't even. You're irrelevant. You're a non-factor. Like, we don't care about you. I don't think about you. I'm not trying to go hard or nothing. But to piggyback what you said about being a pick-me, so Future's baby mama, Eliza Reign, entered the conversation and said those exact words. Pick-me has done it again. So how do we feel about a pick-me saying another pick-me has done it again?
How is she a pick-me?
Eliza?
Yeah.
She's mad because Future doesn't want her.
No, she's mad because Future's not taking care of her baby. That's
how do we know that, though?
I mean, obviously,
I'm playing devil's advocate, though. I know
Future
Future don't take care of
court.
none of his kids. All his baby mama say that. But how do we know in our everyday
court? She's in court.
How do we know he's doing for his kid, but he's not doing to her expectations? So she's making it seem like he's not doing
the
for
court
his kid.
documents proves it all.
Okay, well, I haven't seen that.
And he really is like, he feels bad that he had a baby with her. He's like, all the bad bitches I fuck, and then her, but I'm like, she's a pretty woman, so I don't understand that, but I don't feel like she's a pick me. She's not saying pick me or be with me or nothing. She's just saying like, we created a child, your responsibility, spend time with your child. This is your child, spend time with it. I mean, the other baby mama having the same issue. So
all his baby mamas having the same issue,
except
Sierra had it.
So at this point, we already know.
Yeah.
And it's somebody that I know personally who I feel like he's trying to be that person. And I'm like, why would you want to be a toxic person? Why would you want to have that type of energy or put that in the atmosphere? It's disgusting to me. So I don't feel like Eliza is a pick me. But, she called out Danny Lee and she spoke facts. And that was
she
it.
Did.
Besides him and Sierra kid, do y'all know any of his other kids?
Yeah.
What do you know their names?
He got a kid with Zoe.
I know their names though.
Brittany, he got a
kid with Brittany. Brittany's son named Prince. He just turned 8.
I think they got 2 together, right?
Yeah.
Because he went back and forth.
Because they was together when she had the second one. Then he just said, "Fuck it, I guess."
Yeah.
I don't see him introducing none of his kids.
He got like 8 kids.
Do it be his baby mamas introducing the kids?
I mean,
I never seen.
It do. Yeah.
Well, he
Or
like around
Shade
holidays
Room,
or birthdays, he might post them.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
He probably busy though, man. We got to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Who y'all
man.
think got the most kids in the industry?
Wayne
got 4.
George Foreman. Oh, but you said in the industry.
Wayne got like 4. He got like 3 girls and a boy. He might got 5.
He got 3 boys and a girl.
Yeah, I'm tripping.
The only girl.
Yeah, 3. Yeah.
Yeah, 8 kids.
No.
4.
Who? Yeah, he got 4.
3
He got
boys,
Cam. He got the son with Nivea. He got Lil Tune. He got Reginae. That's 4.
It might be Chief Keef. Chief Keef might have the most kids.
How many kids he got?
I think he got at least about 6 or 7 or 8.
Well, NBA YoungBoy got 8, so he up there with him too. And Future got about 8 too. So
yeah,
shit.
so they all on neck and neck.
Fetty Wap got about 7.
But this is the thing about it. Future is too old to be acting the way he is.
He like 42.
He's almost 40, if not already 40.
Let's look it up.
Please look it up.
Let's look up
He's
Nadavius.
He's too
I don't know about these little kids. I don't even like kids. I don't know nothing about this conversation right now.
You don't even like
I don't
kids.
even like kids, bro.
Future is 37. He's 37.
Yeah.
8 in the tank.
Yeah, it's too old. Chill out.
I mean, his current girlfriend is what, 22?
22.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's Dior 22.
Come on now. You giving me pedo vibes.
She probably don't. She's a Scorpio, to be honest. She probably with just for the fun. Like 2 Scorpios, that shit toxic as fuck. That's probably why she's still there.
Yeah.
Tell me, Scorpio, that shit toxic. You want to kill each other, but the shit's so fun.
Yeah, I'm not here for none of that.
Take a trip tomorrow.
I want normal. When we gonna do normal instead of chaotic and toxic shit? Even though I said I was gonna leave toxic into 2020, but I don't like it.
I'm good.
I
With
guess
the
when you're
toxic.
young, I'm a old woman. I want consistency. I want,
Toxic is fun though. Like that's fun as fuck.
It's like a roller coaster.
but you can in a normal relationship, you can do toxic things like sexually or something, but not. I'm gonna damage you, you damage me. We're just 2 damaged people together, just doing damaging shit. No,
Y'all already damaged.
karma's a
though.
bitch.
When you already damaged, should just be like that. Like
No,
fuck it, y'all just going at each other damaged.
I promote healing. Okay,
I'd be
Everybody
like
needs to
this.
heal.
Yes, baby. Jump in your sleep. Chase them demons.
No, I ain't here
Feel
for it. That was me probably last week, but not today. I'm done. I have no energy for it.
You kiss his forehead like my little soldier.
Your little soldier. I can't.
Okay, I'm
No.
done. I'm not fucking with y'all tonight. I'm done.
No.
Oh, you comedy as fuck, dog. I'm overthinking about some shit. You funny as fuck.
Go
I'm got it in
ahead.
my head.
Word of the day.
Word of the day, y'all. Oh shit, the word of the day is sentient. Sentient means able to perceive or feel things.
Sentient.
Sentient.
So you in tune?
To feel things. To receive and feel things.
Sentient.
Okay.
Sentient. So word of the days mean having to feel or perceive things. Like so most of us are aware that sentient life is not limited to 2 things, 2 legs, or even 4. So pretty much is I don't know what the fuck that mean. But that was a terrible ass definition. Did y'all get that?
Mm-mm.
Most of us are aware that sentient life is not limited to 2 legs or even 4. I'm gonna give it my own shit. I don't like that one. So able to perceive or feel things. So if I'm sentient, I'm a sentient ass nigga. Like when I walk in the room, I'll be able to feel things like nah, that's some bullshit going on in here. I'm about to get the
feel the
fuck out of here.
energy,
You
right?
feel me? I guess like is that a good definition of sentient?
But doesn't include touching, though, the feel.
I feel like that's a very loose definition. Like,
Yeah.
because it could, people can
Feel the vibe, or I can feel your vibe.
But it says perceive though. Or so perceive things or feel things.
Oh, I thought you said receive. So it's perceive.
Perceive. Yeah.
Okay, got
Able
it.
to perceive or feel things. So you can
Got it.
like it's like energy, like you can sense that. Sense
Okay,
shit.
got it.
You can like sense shit.
Yeah, like a 6th sense.
Like a sense. Okay. Almost in the word, yeah. But that ain't how the motherfucker in jail used it.
In jail,
My cousin in jail, like, man, nigga, fuck that shit, man. I've been there for motherfucking 9 years, but I ain't talked to your ass, man, nigga. You ain't saying shit, nigga, since I've been this motherfucker, bro.
That's how they be too.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
I'm
You
like,
ain't
bro,
sent shit.
my bad, bro. I ain't got your number, nigga. Like the fuck.
Yo, number.
You get mad at me like I'm supposed to call this nigga, bro. I'm like, bro, I ain't have your number, nigga. Like, so shit. But yeah, so word of the day is sentient, man. Able to perceive or feel things. Look it up. And quit telling, don't never tell nobody I ain't never taught y'all shit. Word of the day. Sentient. Y'all know how to use that? Can y'all find a way to
When
use
I
that?
was little and I used to get in trouble, I could cinch an ass whooping coming my way.
Nah, yo, used to be happy when she ain't whip your ass and she sent your ass to the room.
Nah, I can't think of anything, but that's dope though. I love when you have word of the days because I'm like, it just adds to my vocabulary Rolodex.
Feel me? Able to perceive or feel things sentient. Like a 6th sense almost.
All right, well, let's get into the blurred alert.
Blurred alert.
I can't wait to touch bases on murder because I'm going to talk about all things about murder and educate y'all on some things that y'all probably didn't know about, some murders that's in Charlotte that, back in the day. That's kind of
It was a
still
serial killer here.
Murder
yeah,
shit.
haunting the city. So, yeah, can't wait for that. So for the blurt alert, I have a lot of people have been like, like fun facts and stuff like that. They really enjoy that. So I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Do y'all know what it is, or hibernation? Do you know what hibernation really is?
Mhm.
Do you know?
I do.
So what do you think hibernation is?
When an animal prepares their body to go into a deep rest, to sleep through a season, because they can't function through that season, like their body can't adapt to it, so they just sleep through it and then they wake up when the season over, I guess.
Okay, all right. What's
Okay.
hibernation?
Yeah, so I think it's partially that. It depends on, I think certain things depends on, I think it's per case animal.
Okay,
Like some birds hibernate to the south, some shit.
that's migrate.
Okay, shit.
See,
So shit, do they? Is all right? So
Come
babe,
on.
you just fucked me up. You just fucked me up.
I'm
then.
saying.
So hibernate is, do they eat a little motherfucker a lot of food before, like you gotta eat up and consume a lot of shit, and then sit their ass the fuck down and lay the fuck down for somewhere.
So you saying they're asleep, so they eat a lot and then sleep.
And lay their ass down somewhere.
Okay.
You sound like a
6
black
months.
mama. Lay your ass down.
That's Mother Nature. Mother Nature, like it's getting cold. Yep, time to go lay that ass down somewhere.
So the whole sleeping thing is incorrect.
Really?
And I thought that's what it was until, years ago. And I realized that a lot of people don't know that hibernation is not like they go into a dormant sleep. Their body slows in their metabolism because there's not enough food, like you said. So some will eat, some don't have anything to eat, so their body slows down, number one, to keep them warm, but they're actually still walking around, are still up and moving. So it's not them going to sleep. So when we used to think that bears be in a cave and they will sleep through the winter season, no, they actually just slow their metabolism down. It's called the torpor state, and they still roaming around, walking around as normal.
So when they see your ass, is it lunchtime?
Probably
or do they
so.
got enough energy?
No, I mean, they should have enough energy. It's probably is no time to them because food is less. Is in the wintertime is less. So that's the reason why they have to slow their metabolism down. And that's why a lot of people get fat, is when they slow their metabolism
But
down.
what if they eat during that period?
They
and
can
fuck
eat.
their metabolism up.
It won't.
It won't.
It just will store the food longer than normal because their metabolism is slowed down. So that's one thing. And
So at what point does their body know to like speed back up metabolism wise?
when the season starts to change, when it gets warmer and food is no longer scarce, it
More
speeds out.
efficient, okay, okay.
And they're starting to eat more and more,
Okay.
and your metabolism is catching up to eat that more and more. So yeah, that's why some people say eat like 2-3 times a day, little here, big meal at lunch, stuff like that. It's the same concept. So yeah, so
Do any animal hibernate like that? Like sit their ass down somewhere?
sleep.
Yeah.
I don't think majority of the they don't. If I'm not mistaken, majority of them is just their metabolism slows down and they still act as normal.
What
They might rest a little longer.
Do you
but
think
yeah.
birds go to Atlanta for the summer? I mean, for the winter?
I think they go a little bit more south than that.
Atlanta be lit though.
I can, you should know, because you lit up over there. I don't want to put your
Like a
business out
Christmas
there.
tree, okay?
I don't want to put your business out there. All right, so my next fact, last fact, because I have a little rant at the end of mine. But do y'all know why graham crackers were invented? Or take a wild guess. Why do you think graham crackers were invented?
To repair
For
hardwood.
black.
To repair hardwood. And then you?
They wanted to make a reverse cracker. They wanted to make instead of a white cracker, they wanted to be like, it's some nigga crackers too.
So that's y'all guesses.
That's what I'm going with.
Nigga cracker.
You know how like they take ramen on the Facebook videos and they
And
add the
repair
hot glue?
stuff? Yeah.
Maybe they did that with graham crackers and we ain't know.
No. So they invented
Bad.
graham crackers to stop sexual desires. That's why it was invented.
That's why they used to give it to us in the
You know,
morning.
I think I have heard that before though.
Yeah, they give so if you consume graham crackers, supposedly they were saying that it you're not horny anymore.
That's why they give them to old people in the nursing home.
That's why they give it to your ass at morning and breakfast at school. Get you some graham crackers, your ass ain't gonna be horny around here.
Graham
walk around
crackers
touching your
good.
booty.
I used to buy them bitches by the boxes.
I used to hold them. I used to have so many graham crackers on my motherfucking desk. I ain't never eat them bitches. I used to crunch them motherfuckers up.
You was bad.
Yeah, so graham crackers don't stop no show because
Mookie
I
was
be eating
bad.
s'mores. So and I still be horny. So a pastor, a reverend invented it, and he was just like, the sinful activities cause physical ailments on people's bodies, and in order to stop those sexual desires and you getting sick and being that sinful act, eat graham crackers. So yeah.
What about the graham crackers makes you not horny, supposedly?
I don't know the
Like,
science
is
to
it
it or the
chemical
logic.
composition,
But
or
them white
is it-
people just be coming up with all kinds of shit and it don't make sense.
They just say anything
To stop to try to cure people from doing stuff, and they probably was
probably the sediment. So it's just so dry. You gotta focus on fucking chew that shit that you can't focus on your dick getting hard or whatever. If you focus on like not dying at this moment, like
It's like eating a Popeyes biscuit. Like, what's
you
up?
trying to swallow that motherfucker. You can't even focus on pussy, no dick, whatever.
And don't let it get stuck to the roof of your mouth. Boy,
Where
you
that
graham crackers
milk
and
at?
milk. My
Milk
favorite
is-
snack. Graham crackers and milk.
That's what it is. That's the science behind that shit.
All right, is he ready? Okay. Keep going. So, anyways, so that was my 2 facts for the blurt alert. I'm gonna do a quick little rant. I haven't did this and that, or that's it. That's all. So basically, I just want to say, let's stop for a moment of calling people haters or Charlotte people haters because we don't like your music. I don't know how many weekends and how many Sundays I have to go on this rant, but someone made a post and was like, Charlotte some haters because this man should have been popping. And I told him I was going to mention on the show because it needs to be said, I'm not a hater because I don't like someone's music. That's just period, point blank. And he was like, he's telling his life story. You don't get it or whatever. I told him, I said, I haven't really listened to it. A lot of people put their life stories in music. Everybody does. But I can sit here and say, all right, let me take time to listen to it. So I pressed play. The first 5 seconds, I had to turn it off. The production and the sound of his voice was annoying. And then he was like, what? Like, no, we got the best production in Charlotte. Come on now. Shout out to Obia Studios. I know that your production probably is not good because you ain't where it's at the home team. So I'm just going to put that out there. Your production, it was awful. And I just want to say, stop calling us haters because we don't like your music. All right. And quit trying to hype up your homeboy because you feel like that's the right thing to do. So that's my little quick rant on that. And then also shout out to Twitter because this went in on that Busted Challenge. Have y'all seen that?
Mm-hmm.
I did. That was my favorite challenge for about 3 days. Then motherfuckers start doing it terribly.
So
I'm gonna say why they start doing it terribly.
Tell me.
Let me tell y'all. Look, when you're doing it, it's supposed to be one transition, same location. All right. Some of y'all was busting it at the bedroom, and then you dropped it to the kitchen, dropped it to the bathroom, dropped it outside. I'm like, bruh, what the fuck just happened? Some of y'all ain't even transition the shit. It's just 2 different videos. Like, I'm like, listen, it's supposed to be a transition and a drop. Camera drop, and it's supposed to be booty, all right? And listen, some of y'all was hiding y'all arm hand on the wall like this on the back, hiding, cheating and shit. Knees ain't as strong as everybody. I'm like, nah, clap your hands. Let me see you clap. I want to make sure y'all, some of y'all was like, all right. So,
no, he's telling the truth, but no, it's the remix.
Great ones. There's some great ones out there.
No, you see the
There was
remix.
Some bad ones, bad. Huh?
Have you seen the remixes on Twitter?
I'm done with them. What's the remixes now?
They busted into some very sexual type situations.
Did you see the girl?
Yeah, I seen
With
2
the-
girls. One with the on the face, busting
Okay.
it on her face,
Uh-huh.
and then the one she was busting it on.
Yeah.
So I feel like women, this is what we do. This is what we doing now. Degrading ourselves
Yeah, they demean
for likes
themselves.
and to support your OnlyFans. Come on now, let's definitely have some self-respect, please. That's all I'm asking.
I do.
But look who we got on the screen. We got our special guest.
Shabazztheog, man. I'm gonna let him
We can't
introduce
hear
it.
him.
We can't hear him. No, I heard him a little bit.
Yeah,
It's
he
it's
was
the
talking.
speaker.
Nah, we hear him a little bit. It's just low.
Is he coming from that speaker? What speaker is it currently? The bottom one is right. So just turn it to now.
I want to say we want to turn the speaker up.
Yeah, it's too black now. I'm gonna turn both of them down.
There we go.
Y'all hear me?
There it is.
Yeah, we can hear you. Make sure there's no echo or anything on his.
Everything good?
Yes, sir. Y'all
Yeah.
y'all wanna give him the no advisory way?
Yeah.
All right,
We're gonna
all
do
right.
the spiel.
You gonna do it? You want me to
I'm
do
gonna
it?
do the spiel. I'm gonna do the spiel.
We're gonna give you the spiel real quick, OG.
Hey, how you doing? It's
I'm
your,
good.
it's your girl Trap Sid. So we gotta bring you in no advisory style. And no advisory style, we ask you 3 questions: who you are, where you from, and what the fuck you do.
I'm Shabazz the OG. I'm from West Philly and I do what the fuck I want.
There it is. I like that.
Yeah, what's up?
What's up? So first of all, shout out to you. Definitely thank you for taking time out to talk to us today. Definitely.
Yeah, no,
appreciate
it's all good. I had to improvise because I was going on my Instagram to tell them to come over to y'all Instagram, and then we had to do the Zoom. So now I'm just on my Instagram live, and they can hear the interview. So
Perfect.
It's all good.
That'll work. Appreciate it. So shit, man. You a lot of that, man. First of all, thank you for coming on the show, man. Blessings with your presence, man. One thing we was talking about earlier, man. You was just talking about it, man. Was the you definitely on your Instagram, man. Like, is very like, I don't know what the word, motivational to say the least, man. So you definitely was talking a lot about like the COVID vaccine and Hank Aaron, who just passed away. You definitely been like speaking a lot on that topic. Like you're very passionate about it. Like, you gonna get the vaccine? No, I'm talking shit, man. What's
It's certain shit you ain't even gotta ask.
I definitely know. So you already know though. So what's your take on it, man? Like, what's your on the vaccine? Like
on the vaccine itself?
Yeah, and how people should feel about
I
it.
just think I put up a post yesterday, right? And I said, me personally, I just think it's sad because first of all, this shit it's not FDA approved. Okay. It was an emergency vaccine. They released it too soon. They really don't know the effects of it. They don't know how it's going to affect who, what, pre-existing issues you could have with your body. Like, they just don't know enough about it, right? And then, they had this whole, black people in America and brown people are the ones that should get it first. Why? Then they got this stimulus package or this stimulus money rather that they offering, and now they want to give more stimulus money, but chances are you may have to take the vaccine in order to get it. So it's like if y'all really want to help people, like why does a contingency have to be attached to it?
Definitely.
Because what happens is if somebody really need this stimulus bread, but they actually scared of this vaccine, and if they scared of this vaccine, they have every right to be, because these people don't know what the fuck they doing. They really don't know who's going to be affected and how. So if a person is afraid to take it,
yeah,
why would you make them take something or hold something that they need over their head to make them take it? Like, it's just whack to me.
It's
I totally agree. And I was just having a discussion earlier that my mom is like so ready to take it, and I'm just scared for her. And I don't know how to, vocalize or, it's our parents. They feel like they're right all the time. But I don't know how to vocalize to her that, take your time and do the research, or just wait and see what happens. Don't be so quick just because you feel like you're of age and now you're required to take it. She's not really traveling that much. So I'm saying, like, you don't really need it right now. So I don't know. How do you vocalize to your family members like, hey, this, you might need to wait?
Man, people gonna do what they want to do. My mother says she ain't taking it. That's all I care about.
Right.
My brothers, sisters, you know, my family ain't fucking with it. So, you know, it's nothing. It's really nothing you can do to vocalize it. You dig what I'm saying? Because people gonna do what they want to do. Because unfortunately,
I'm saying on us.
they really did a number on a lot of people. People scared.
Right.
Legitimately afraid of
Never mind. I see
a
it.
virus.
I didn't see that at the
People
bottom.
really scared to be within 6 feet of each other. People scared to be around each other. Like they really did a job on people. And this is not to say that the coronavirus is not real. That's not my position whatsoever. I just don't believe in all the extra added elements and components and propaganda and bullshit that's attached to it.
Right.
And I just believe it's a lot of things that people would see differently if they would just think for themselves and not stop moving based on what's being fed to them.
That's facts. So I have a question. It's a 2-part question. Veering off to a different topic. This is something I really wanted to ask you based on the content of your Instagram page. Number one, what do you feel the Black community needs right now? What do you feel like we need?
Each other.
What can we fix in the Black community to fix all of that so we can depend on each other again?
Fix ourselves individually. Everybody understands how powerful they are within themselves. Understand what you're good at. Understand what your power is. Understand if you're the type of person that's saying, I want to see this for my people, make sure you understand that it starts with you first, that you can't be a dictator and tell everybody else what to do. If everybody collectively and individually would be the change that they say they want to see, then this shit changes by itself. We don't got to get together in the streets and kumbaya and rub shoulders. If everybody do what they say they want to see, this shit changes. But too many people are comfortable. Too many people are followers. Too many people expect change from people with money. Too many people expect change from people who are celebrities. People expect change from everybody except themselves. And that's where we go wrong at. Nobody holds themselves, not enough people. Not enough people are holding themselves accountable for what they say they want to see changed.
That's a fact. Okay. And then for the second question, I love that. Oh my goodness. My second question is, so I've seen in a lot of cities, more in particular, our city here in Charlotte, we're having a lot of youth. They are killing each other left and right. They feel like it's so cool, or it's, I have to kill the next man. They're all carrying guns. And they are, 14, 15, 16. What is your honest advice, your take to give to the youth so we can help the youth? Because they are the ones that's going to be next up in the generation to, take care of us when we get older, So what is the advice to the youth?
Once upon a time, there was a code of ethics in the street. Violence, drug dealing, illegal activity, all of this shit been around from the beginning of time. But once upon a time, there was a code of ethics. And older dudes held younger dudes to a different standard once upon a time. And they was even held at bay from being able to participate in certain shit. Nowadays, unfortunately, you have one group of older guys who really give a damn. You got another group of older guys who are indifferent. You have another group of older guys who just as goofy as the younger guys. So now there is no more collective G code. There's no more collective OGs. It was like you didn't have to be from a certain part of the city. Everything stood across the board in Philadelphia, in New York, in Atlanta, Chicago. Once upon a time, things were a certain type of way across the board because it was an unspoken code. Now it's just chaotic and there's no order. And the ones who can make a difference, they don't, because they feel like, Well, some of the ones, I try not to generalize, some of the ones who can make a difference, they don't make a difference because they're comfortable in their life. They worry about their own. They don't feel like they owe nobody nothing, which they don't. But it's still, it's almost like a state of emergency with these youngins because they really don't understand what it is that they're doing. Like, a lot of them don't even, a lot of these guys are under the age of 25. And we know the brain is not fully developed until that age. So a lot of them run around here reckless and don't even understand the magnitude of what it is that they're doing. Some of them are too young to even understand, like, when you pull that trigger and you kill that guy, that's not Grand Theft Auto. That's not Mortal Kombat.
Right.
You don't turn the game off and come back and play again tomorrow. They gone for good. So I just think it's a lack of guidance, and I think it's a lack of accountability. Like accountability, everything starts with accountability and responsibility. And it's just not enough responsible guys making these dudes understand that their behavior is not tolerated, and we got to stop picking and choosing what we're gonna stand up for. Like we pick and choose what outrages us.
Right.
When it's enough shit going on for us to be outraged about a lot of shit. But
that's a fact.
we let social media dictate to us what we're gonna move out for and what we're gonna be mad about. When it's a lot of shit that we should be mad about.
Absolutely.
So I just want to ask, with the recent events that's been happening in DC or in the Capitol, like, what's your take on that? How do you feel?
It's
about
bullshit.
it?
What took place at the Capitol to me is complete bullshit. This is why I say people have to really think for themselves. Now let's just put what happened. What was that? January 6th that happened?
Yep. January 6th.
Let's put that to the side for a second. Watch this. Check this out. On any other given day, how close can you get to the United States Capitol building?
Never.
Not that damn close.
Cannot.
You can't even get on the block. Am I right?
Correct.
It had to be
You
like some
cannot
type
get
of
on the-
tour.
Yeah. You have to have some
You
type of
cannot get on the block unassisted. Police presence, military presence. You can't just walk to the United States Capitol building. So how all of a sudden white people just so brazen and so brave and so gangster that they just gonna bypass police and go to the Capitol building and nobody died? That was orchestrated. That happened because it was planned to happen. That's why that happened. So many people say, oh, if it was black people, this would have happened. If it was on a regular day and it was white people, their asses would have been laid out just like black people on any regular day. So this wasn't a black or white thing. This wasn't white people so powerful that they could just go to the Capitol building. That's not what this was. And too many people acting like that's what took place. Now, what was fucked up is the rest of the world saw this shit.
Oh yeah.
The rest of the world saw our Capitol building being made a mockery of.
Oh yeah.
Our government. That's what I don't like. But they did this. They knew what they was doing. They allowed that to happen. That was planned. You got people out there with shirts on that said Civil War January 6th.
Yeah.
How they had time to make a shirt?
Okay.
Yeah.
So to me, it was just, now if you get into the whys, we can have a bunch of different theories. But one thing for certain, two things for sure, that should happen because that's what the fuck they wanted to happen. They planned that. Period.
That's a fact. I even feel like, even though it was, the radical right or whatever, I feel like it was beneficial to the Democrats for it to happen, because now they feel like, okay, now y'all see how they act. Now this will help us with our agenda in the long run. So,
but that's what all of this has been about. All of this. Donald Trump's entire presidency, in my opinion, all of this is a plan. So I tell people all the time, the Democrats and the Republicans, in my opinion, and this ain't to offend nobody who vote for whoever they vote for. Y'all know how I feel, but just my opinion. This whole thing has been a plan. From Trump being the president up to now. What we watched over the last 4 years, was a government issued reality show.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
We watched the government issued reality show for the last 4 years to set this up, because what has happened is they let Donald Trump go in that White House and do exactly what the fuck he wanted to do and exactly what they wanted him to do, pick up all this dust, create all of this chaos, get everybody in an uproar to make the country feel defeated, to the point where the country would have voted for Mickey Mouse. To get this
These nuts. They almost voted for these nuts that 1 year.
Yeah.
He's not gonna beat the Chiefs. He ain't gonna beat the Chiefs.
To get him out of here.
I don't think he
You understand
is.
what I'm saying? So now what happens is they let him come in there and fuck shit up so bad that now the Democrats look like they coming in to save the day.
Yeah.
When in all actuality, they getting ready to tear some shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quietly,
Build that
though.
trust up to silent tears down.
Yeah. That's it.
It was the old, like they say in Detroit, the overplay for the overlay for the underplay.
There it is. So look, man.
It was an overlay for the underplay, because it's like, I'm gonna make you hate this so much that you need me. I'm gonna make you hate this so much that you'll trust me. And just look at what's going on. Look how many black people trust in Joe Biden after they done heard the things that he said, after they've seen the things Kamala Harris have done. Look how many black people are saying, oh, well, everybody makes mistakes. People can change. We can forgive. I don't care. I'm taking anybody over Donald Trump.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna take the lesser of two evils. This is what they say. But they don't understand that the lesser of two evils is still evil, one.
Right.
Two, Donald Trump showed you his evil. This other one is a sneaky evil. So you don't even know what evil and how much of that evil you getting over here, because it hasn't been displayed to you, because it's coming through your back door. So people just gotta be careful, man. Like, this political shit is a different type. These are not politicians. These is gangsters.
Yeah.
Been that way.
Yeah.
Been that way.
Yeah.
Been that way. Yeah.
These are gangsters, man.
That's
and
a
when
fact.
people keep trying to figure out how to play that game, Dr. Claude Anderson said something in the YouTube that blew my mind when he said, politicians are like prostitutes. Politicians are like prostitutes. You pay them. You don't vote for them. The money talk. So whoever moving the money is making shit happen. So whoever got the money to push these buttons and make these people move how they want them to move, that's who's going to garnish the results.
Yeah.
But people don't vote for prostitutes; they pay them, and that's what he said. Politicians are prostitutes.
I love that analogy. Yeah.
Definitely.
So I just want to ask, this might be a little bit weird, but do you feel like America has set themselves up for other countries to invade us? Like, they have watched what has unraveled for 4 years, then they have watched what happened at the Capitol and all of this. And do you feel like now that gives them like all right, we're going to try it too. If their own country going to try it, why can't we try it?
Yeah, but if they do that, now what I will say is, like I said, these ain't politicians; these is gangsters. And I still don't know. You know, again, my opinion. Somebody else might be like, "Oh, gee, you fucking crazy, such and such and such, to do this to us." But I still don't think nobody ready to fuck with America on the war tip.
Nah.
I don't think so.
The only thing that I do believe is that some of these other countries are capable of inflicting shit upon us that we don't even know has been inflicted upon us. But just an all-out invasion and a war, I don't think nobody really ready to fuck with America on that tip.
I think coronavirus kind of exposed that they can release chemical, biological warfare on us though.
And we wouldn't be prepared.
And we want to be prepared for
To
that.
be honest, the coronavirus, in my opinion, is a real virus. And I don't think nobody released anything. The virus is a virus, just like any other virus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think nobody released anything. I don't think it was chemical warfare. I think it was a virus just like anything else. I do believe people have been affected. I do believe people have passed away from it, but I don't believe at the alarming numbers. I don't believe that the masks are necessary. I don't believe that the social distancing is necessary. I just don't subscribe to it. I believe that, again, I'm gonna always go back to critical thinking and common sense. I have this saying that I say, pay attention to everything, don't ignore anything, and always apply critical thinking and common sense to all things, right? If you think about it, go all the way back to last February, March to now. When have you heard about any other ailments or illnesses that flu-like or cold-like other than corona?
None.
You have it.
None.
Yeah.
So what happened to the common cold? What happened to the flu?
Right.
What happened to bronchitis? What happened to, you understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't hear
Right
about
there.
any of these things anymore.
No.
Pneumonia. Like anything that happens to anybody now, it's corona. Something is wrong with that picture. When this first started, we were told, wash your hands, use your sanitizer. You can only wear a certain type of mask because other masks won't be effective. It went from that to stay 6 feet apart. It don't matter what you put on your face. Fuck it, tie a pair of panties around your nose.
T-shirt. Yeah.
I swear.
Yeah, now you got people walking around doing this stupid shit.
Yeah. Out of time.
That's just because they just want to see compliance. They don't. They know that shit not helping, but when they look at you, they want to see compliance. What sense does it make? Legitimate sense. What sense does it make to walk into a restaurant with your mask on?
You gotta take the shit off.
But if you sit down, you can take it off. And if you stand up to go to the bathroom, you got to put it back on.
Right.
Like, understand this. When something is something, something is something.
Yeah.
Meaning, when you want to shut some shit down, to curtail something, it's a shutdown. It wouldn't be no Atlanta is open, but Cincinnati is closed, Philly is closed, New York is closed, but Miami is open. If this was a nationwide, worldwide pandemic like they act like it is, shit would be shut the fuck down and it would be on one accord. It's just common sense to me. And then people will say, well, these governors are not listening. They're not listening because they know it's bullshit. You know, this is, people have to realize when they're being manipulated and when they're being controlled. And unfortunately, black people are the easiest motherfuckers to scare. If you think about, remember, was it Kings of Comedy? Was it Kings of Comedy?
I know.
Kings of Comedy. Cedric the Entertainer said it. Black people don't even, if you're in a crowd and black people see somebody running,
Everybody gonna run.
Yeah.
everybody running. Like, we running.
What the fuck we running for?
We don't know.
You
But
run and then you
Keisha
ask
them
questions later.
What we here?
running. Yeah, Keisha and them running. So we running. You know, it's just easy. It's easy for us to be controlled, and it's unfortunate because somebody said COVID is real, fam. 3/5 of a man. If you listen to what I said, COVID is absolutely real. COVID is real. All the bullshit and propaganda surrounding it is what's not real. All the bullshit and propaganda surrounding it is what's not real. You understand what I'm saying?
Politics.
When we don't ask questions and we just allow fear to control our thoughts, we're gonna be doomed. People should ask themselves, why do they tell us everything to keep us in fear? Why don't they promote a healthy lifestyle? Why don't they promote better eating? Why aren't they promoting exercise, sunlight, drinking a lot of water, making sure you get sleep? Based on your age group or how old you are, you should be doing this. That's not being told to people.
No,
Right.
that's a fact.
Not by the ones who putting the fear in you. All they're doing is putting the fear in you. So I don't like to have the conversations about whether or not it's real, it's fake, this many people died, that many died. I like layman's terms. I'm a simplistic motherfucker. I like simple shit. And I like operating on the 5th grade level. I like little simple shit. I understand some shit. And when you really look at it to understand it, just pay attention.
Yeah.
Why aren't they telling you what to do to prevent it? Why are they telling you everything to keep you afraid and in the house?
Yeah.
All the shit that really fucks up your immune system. No sunlight, staying away from people, sitting in the house, scared to death, depressed, anxious. All of that shit affects your body.
Well, Trump told you how to get rid of it. He said drink some bleach. He was like, yo, that's how you get rid of that shit, babe.
Drink some bleach.
Drink some fucking bleach, nigga. You be all right.
I definitely contest to the sunlight because I've been always a night owl, and vitamin D, that you get from the sunlight, I definitely like it, and I definitely have been promoting everybody to get out in the sun and be out there and be active because everybody starts moving around at nighttime. No one, is out during the day, so I definitely contest to that.
I mean, and even moving around, like they want you to stay in the house.
Yeah.
Right.
They had people locked down for months.
Yeah.
There's some people who still scared to go outside.
Right.
Won't go around their family. Wearing masks in the house.
In the car.
Right.
I just think I try not to be insensitive to people because people that I love and people that I'm friends with, I was laughing. I was, what's today? Sunday? Yesterday? Friday, I was laughing with Jermaine Dupree. That's my man. And Jermaine was in Miami, and I FaceTime him because I saw on the gram that he was here, and I FaceTime him. I'm like, yo, you in Miami? He said, yeah, I'm here. I was like, I live here, right, brother? I live in Miami, right? He said, yeah, I know you live here, Baz. I said, okay, well, I want to see your face. He said, man, you don't want to be around me. I wear 2 masks because I was teasing him when he was on my live one night because Jermaine
2 masks.
fuck around and have 2 masks on at one time.
Jermaine ain't playing, boy.
Listen, JD might have on 2 masks. He's not playing, so I can't
2 N95s.
disrespect
Right.
and make somebody else, feel bad about their decision. And if I'm around somebody or if I'm in somebody's establishment that that is required, then I'll do it. But outside of that, I ain't fucking with it.
Yeah.
I got a question, man. Like, out of all the insight that you gave on a lot of topics that's going on for you, what was like one of the most disturbing ones you had to like actually get on your live and talk about?
Ooh. Wow, that's a great question. One of the most disturbing things that I ever talked about on my live. See, I got my live going right now.
Shout out to
Do
the
y'all
live.
remember like something that I was really upset about? I'll just go recently. That shit that happened to that lady in Harlem bothered the shit out of me.
Oh, you talking about the 2 guys?
Yeah, I saw that one, right.
Man.
When they beat up.
I'll just go most recent because I found out about it right before I was getting ready to go on my live. So when I went on my live, like I couldn't focus,
Right.
Because a lot of times there's things, while I like my salam, a lot of times there's things that I may see that people send me early in the day prior to me posting or prior to me going on my live. And I have a chance to internalize the shit. Like I have a chance to live with it. I have a chance to be pissed off. I have a chance to collect myself and then figure out how I'm gonna talk about it.
Right.
I didn't have a chance to collect myself after that because the night before that happened, I was just having a dialogue on my live with a young man who was asking, he wasn't on there, but he asked a question about, OG, how do you go about talking to females or getting females? And one of the things that I said, you know, amongst a lot of other things, I told him, like, and always be prepared for rejection.
Yeah.
And if you get rejected, just, you know, say thank you or no problem, sis, and go about your business. Like, I never understood why a woman got to be a 1,000 bitches after she say she don't want to talk to you.
Right.
Why she a bunch of bitches when you just tried to talk to her?
Right.
You tried to talk to her first. But because she said no, she ain't, yo, bitch, you ain't pretty anyway, or fuck you, or bitch, you ain't all that. Like, that never resonated with me. So when I saw that, and that it went to the extreme that it went to, I just really had to contain myself because it's just certain things that I try not to say publicly.
Right.
And, you know, that's why I just kind of like, when I posted about that, it was just like, you know, the police, won't y'all just use a vacation day on this?
Right. Like, yeah, let the streets take care of that one, big.
Won't y'all just, you know, it's a donut sale right now.
Right.
Go to that.
He said donut sale.
They gonna take care of him here though, for sure.
Cause they did her dirty.
They
though.
did her real dirty.
They gonna get him
They
in
did
there
her
for sure.
dirty, man. They did her dirty.
Hey, OG.
So most recently, that would be something that really disturbed me to talk about.
Yeah, protect our black women.
For sure.
Definitely.
So,
For sure.
you keep pinning it in our face, man. The TMT, man, the money team. I mean, shout out to the money team, man. For the people that
For
don't
sure.
know, for our followers, man, how did that come about? Like, what's your affiliation with the money team? And all that?
My affiliation with the money team is personal. You know, Floyd really is my man. You know, I'm part of the family. But it started, you know, with my Instagram.
Yeah.
You know, Floyd was witnessing what I was doing from a distance. You know, he saw what I was doing, and he always came across the post. And then one day, I put up a post that really resonated with him personally. You know, it was something that like damn, like I'm fucking with this one. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he coincidentally, his assistant, you know, was a friend of mine, which he didn't even know that his assistant was my friend. And he told her that he wanted to meet me, and had her invite me to his 40th birthday party. And that was in February 2017. I flew to LA, went to his party, stayed out there for the weekend, and here we are.
There it is, man. For sure, man. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
you know, Floyd's super solid. You know, I think people forget that no matter how much money somebody has or what their celebrity may be, at the end of the day, they still human. And humans make mistakes. You're not always going to agree with them. They may do something that you don't like, so on and so forth. But very few things that I've ever seen Floyd do that people don't like was something that spoke to his character, with the exception of, you know, when they spoke about the domestic violence issues and shit like that, which was, you know, never proven, and you know, and he did his time in jail or what have you. But even with that, you know, people are still people,
Right.
and we are more susceptible to hold other people more accountable for their mishaps and shortcomings than we are for our own. So, you know, just upon me getting to know him, you know, I'm gonna always defend him and always have his back, unless he does something against a moral compass and moral ground that I stand on, and then I'll deal with my friend personally on that. But outside of that, I'm gonna always have his back against any situation because I know what type of dude he is in real life.
Right. Now let's talk about the podcast right quick. I know you got a podcast out. Tell the people about that, man.
So the podcast is on the TMT Digital Network, which is something that I own with my business partners, Crystal Berg and Maria Beniquez. You know, upon my friendship with Floyd, you know, he gave me his blessing to utilize the TMT brand to my discretion. So I just decided to be creative with how I was going to do it. So we created a platform, for me to be able to release content, that we could retain ownership of. So I came up with the TMT Digital Network, and like I said, Crystal and Maria are my partners with it. And so it's building, it's coming off the ground. I have about 3 episodes of it up, and there's going to be more. But you know how sometimes you can do something, and then like when you start it, then something else comes along that can make it better, and you be like, okay, hold on, let me chill for a second, and let me put this together so I can add that to this. Right. So that's the stage that I'm in right now. I'm adding a new element and some more pieces to the Pull Up. There it is. Podcast.
There you go.
So what else can we expect from you in 2021?
My book will be here soon, very soon.
Can you tell us a little bit about your book?
Yeah, the book is it's an autobiography. It's about me. And the way I did it, I took excerpts of my life from my childhood to now to kind of give people insight on the things that I did along the way to bring me to who I am as a person now. So the person that y'all see on Instagram every day, the things that got me there, the experiences that I've been through, the things that I've done, the places I've been, the people I've interacted with, all of those things are what molded me into being able to talk that I talk on a daily basis. So the book is an inside track to how I became who I am. And I kind of did it in a way where, I didn't glorify too much street shit. I just based it on one foundation. My life turned out the way that it did because my mother told me at 7 years old, I was going to learn everything the hard way because I didn't listen. And that was the truest thing my mother told me that I can remember.
Shout out to Mom Duke.
Amongst other things. But the book is based on all things that took place in my life that happens when you was a hard-headed kid.
Listen. Philly do that to you though. You know what I mean?
Man, the streets will do that to you.
That too, yeah. The streets of Philly will do that to you.
Philly is all streets. They ain't even got no car. They ain't got no grass in Philly. It's all streets. All asphalt. Hey, yo, man, before you go, man, what you said?
You got no. I was just going to say, my experiences stretched, beyond Philly. It was between. Well, you know what? It was mainly in Philly, but I've had New York, Brooklyn specifically.
Shout out to
affiliation since 88.
Don't tell your age now, B.
I'm 52. Hey, listen.
OG.
Hi, OG.
That was the first time they called you OG.
Check this out.
We turned 50.
Let's get this age thing out the way.
Uh-huh.
Y'all never have to worry about me coming up with an industry age. I'm 52, and I'm ecstatic to say it.
Right.
Because I look good. I feel good. I dress good. There's niggas that's 25 and 30 don't look like me.
Right.
I'm glad to say I'm 52, because nobody expects it. You understand me? So you ain't never got to worry about me. You gonna listen to me playing some songs from the 60s and knowing every word. I'm gonna show my age, player.
But you know what's crazy about that? I was talking to somebody the other day when you say industry age, right? And then this is just me when people think that Beyonce's really her age. I'm like, yo, Beyonce probably like 50-something. She close to J age. We ain't gonna never know what Beyonce real age is. Like, if y'all really think Beyonce, I think Beyonce like 48.
Yeah, I ain't got time for no industry age.
That industry age. Hey, man, let's play a quick game right quick, though, man. Like a fave.
Before you do the game, let me answer this question about the OG.
Oh, yeah.
I got that name probably, let me see. It might be close to it's more than it's close to 10 years. It's close to 10. And it happened because what I do on Instagram, I always been that guy. Talking to my friends, trying to get the best advice, being honest, transparent. And one of my young boys in Philly, his name Raj. Shout out to Roger Christmas, my guy. Raj is the first person to call me OG because a lot of things that he had going on in his life, personally, relationship-wise, with friends and things like that, he would always call on me, and I would always hold him down, give him the right type of game, and subsequently, he started calling me Triple OG. You know what I mean? So, when I first came on Instagram, my Instagram handle was Milk Boy Bass, MILQ, stand for money in large quantities. Shout out to my nigga Hollywood Playboy, Philadelphia. My man Frank.
Milk. Okay.
Yeah, so we was the Milk Boys, money in large quantities. So I was Milk Boy Bass at first, but then people in the street start calling me Milk.
Milk. Hey, that's slow. That's slow.
OG milk.
Right.
OG milk.
That's like delicious. I'm like, nah, I can't.
Big and white.
Right.
I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna personalize. I'm just gonna put my name in the mix. And I just, and then I added Shabazz the OG. And then I said, I'm just gonna tack it on because I was already being identified as that. I feel like that's not a title that you can give yourself. I think it's earned and and not self-made. So that's where it came from, me being called OG.
You should have just said Shabazz Milk the OG.
No.
I actually caught somebody.
We just go, the Milk Boys is, that's a whole nother entity.
For sure. I actually called somebody OG, one of my comedian boys OG. Like, he older than me, like 50, he been doing it for like years now. He like, nah, but don't call me OG, man. I'm like, what? Nigga, you like 56. He like, I don't like being called OG. I think he on the industry age shit, though.
It's an honor to be called that, man. It's a separation.
Definitely.
It is.
You know what I mean? But like I told dudes, I got a t-shirt. Because I got some quotables on shirts and hoodies that's on my family website, AmaniAshley.com. And one of the t-shirts say, getting old is cool if you do it right.
There it is.
That's facts.
Yeah, getting old is cool if you do it. Like, getting old is a blessing.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the big deal about getting old is. The problem is getting old, looking old, acting
Feeling old, right.
feeling old, dressing old, smelling old.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What the old nigga smell like, man?
Old people got worms. Old men got worms.
I'm still buying number 9 of these people.
I be trying to tell them, OG, they be trying to call me old. They be like, yo, uncle. I'm like, yo,
You only old when you drunk.
See?
Oh, you a drunk uncle.
I'm a drunk I'm like, yo, you ain't as old as you feel, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. I'm 25, B.
Man, it's a blessing to get old, man.
Facts. Hey, yo, right quick, man, before you go, man, I'm gonna play a quick game with you, man. I usually do it, call it like your fave. So I'm just gonna do like 5 faves, and y'all feel free to chime in if y'all wanna, throw a fave in there for my man OG. So I'm gonna start it off. Your favorite book?
My favorite book, I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm not an avid book reader, so I would have to say my favorite book is my Quran.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
The Quran. That's a safe answer,
That's
B.
dope.
Yeah, that's my favorite book.
Safe answer. I got you.
That's the book I make sure I try to read every day.
And
that's the book if I don't read it today,
You got
I
it.
feel bad if I ain't read it. So, that's my favorite book. And that's real talk. That's not a politically correct answer. Like, that's real rap.
You speak Hebrew, bro?
Right next to my bed.
You speak Hebrew?
No, well, it's Arabic. But I pray, I pray most of my prayers in Arabic, and then I know Arabic terms, but I don't speak fluent Arabic. No.
Okay.
All right. What's your favorite fast food restaurant?
Burger King.
Oh, you said
Really?
Burger King? Oh, my God.
What do you
You
get?
know what? Let me.
It's the flame broil.
To my defense, because the first thing came to my mind was a double cheeseburger. So,
He hungry.
but to be honest, nothing is better to me than Chick-fil-A.
There it is.
Really?
Yeah,
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A is the top fast food.
Even though the
right.
black community been canceling Chick-fil-A and
Yeah, I don't get into all of that shit.
uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know what if you leave it up to us, we're gonna cancel
We cancel everything.
We're gonna cancel everything except the shit we supposed to be canceling.
Right. That's facts.
All right, so I'm gonna question. What's your favorite Instagram that you follow?
My favorite Instagram that I follow.
That you have to always go for content, or you like their content, basically.
Off the top of my head, right now, because I like a lot of people's shit. To be honest, there's a lot of people, and I feel bad just trying to name one, so I'm gonna name 5 probably. I like Cleon the comedian, the D Young Show. I like Mike Brooks. I like OG Nunu, and I like the other sister. She been popping up a lot lately, talking that shit. It's another female. I can't think of her name right now, but yeah, I can't even narrow that down to one because I like there's a lot of platforms that I like, but off the top of my head, those are the ones that I like right now.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I got one.
What's your favorite quote?
My favorite quote.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Is one of mine for sure. One of my favorite quotes actually is what I said a little while ago. Pay attention to everything. Don't ignore anything. And always apply common sense and critical thinking to all things.
It is. I like it.
Say it again. Say it again for the people in the back.
Pay attention to everything. Don't ignore anything. And always apply common sense and critical thinking to all things.
There you go. I like that quote. My last one. What's your favorite pastime?
Sleeping.
I say that all the time.
He said that quick.
No, but people get mad when I say that. They think that's the most the horrendous.
Yeah.
No, just they think like it's so lame.
I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Hold on. Hey, listen, y'all. It's only a minute left on this. I'm about to go off and come right back. Y'all sit tight for a second. I'm not gonna post this on my page. I'm ready to delete it so it don't post on my page. Only my page got to see this.
Yeah,
so I'm not gonna post it. I'm just gonna bring them back so they can watch it though. They love going everywhere I go.
Love it.
Right quick, before you do that, Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes? That's a Super Bowl. Who you got?
I mean, just because I don't know who this Patrick person is, I'm gonna say Tom Brady.
They won the Super Bowl before though.
Wait, OG. You don't know who Mahomes is for the Chiefs quarterback?
Yeah, I don't fuck with them people. I ain't no real.
You in Miami right now? Where you at? Miami right now?
Miami.
I'm in Miami.
It's in Tampa Bay in 2 weeks, man. I think that was a safe
answer.
answer.
About me in sports. Me in sports. My connection with when I was a kid. My family is sports fanatics, and that's how it was when I was a kid. But then when I started running around in the street, it really wasn't so much more about the teams no more for me because I started building a network. So I started becoming friends with people. You understand what I'm saying? Allen Iverson is one of my best friends. Tracy McGrady is one of my best friends. Michael Vick is my man. Jared Jack. You understand? Like, I got friends in the league, you know what I'm saying, that played ball. So it became more about my friends, more so than the teams. So LeBron, it's my man, Mario Chalmers, these are my friends. So I was more so starting to root for my friends. Right. So when the leagues and shit started to change over with all this new shit, and my friends wasn't playing no more, right? Yeah, it didn't matter to me no more. That makes sense.
Right.
Make it read.
I got one last question, man, because I was because to keep it on with the sports they was doing, shout out my man Kobe, man, his passing. Just like when the world trade centers and everything when that everybody knew what they was doing at that particular time, right? So I just want to know what was, because his anniversary death is coming up. What was you doing, and how did that impact you in any type of way when he passed?
I was sitting in my bed. And either I was on a phone call or I was on Instagram, and I got a text message. And the text message was the headline, Kobe Bryant dies in helicopter crash. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I was leaning back, and this shit made me sit up, like, whoa. So I opened the link up, and I'm looking at this shit, and I see the helicopter. I'm like, whoa. Like it was surreal.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like it was like, it's just like, it fucked me up just like it fucked everybody else. Like, you know what I mean? I can't even really come up with no real, with a real definition of what it felt like.
Right.
You feel me? So yeah, it was a little different.
Right, man. I'm sorry, rest in peace to Kobe. That's my favorite ball player. I mean, we talking about sports and shit. I'm just, watching the game. His last game, they just had it on ESPN and all that. So I was like, damn, a year already. Like how quickly time just flies by. That's why I tell people, man, just you got something to do, man, just do that shit. Cause, tomorrow ain't promised. And just to allude to that point, as a lady, I don't know if you saw it, she's floating around. She was like, her husband had died from a heart attack. She was like, she had posted a picture like 2 hours before he passed. He was in the living room chilling. Then he was like, yo, he had he had a heartburn or something like that. So she said she went to go get her some milk. She turned around, he was convulsing and he passed. And it was like, yo, she just posted a picture and she worked for her own mom, so she depended on his income and all types of shit. But I'm just like, yo, life just hit you like that. So I'm just like, yo, when Kobe passed, I was like, oh shit. Like that quick.
It's and it ain't just him, it's just it's just life in general, man.
General, right.
It's to be cherished, it's to be respected, it's to be honored, man, because it's like and it's a scary thought, man. Like it could happen.
Right.
It can really happen, man. It can really happen. So yeah, that was a very devastating surprise.
Right. Well, OG, man, I know if y'all got anything else?
No, I say that was a beautiful message.
Anything else you want the people to know? Anything you want the people to hear, man?
I mean, I just want, to be honest, man, like when we have a very general question in amongst our people, man. We have a very general question trying to figure out how to make us better. And what do we do? That's a very popular question, man. And it's like at some point, and I don't know when, I don't know if, but at some point we have to learn as Black people to really recognize our greatness and bet on ourselves. And what I mean by that is this. The other day on my live, we was having a conversation about presidential elections and the presidents and, people speaking about the importance of voting and, and everybody know I don't get into that. I don't vote for no presidents and all that. And they were saying, well, Shabazz, if you don't vote for this one and you don't vote for that one, then who did you vote for? And I'm telling them, like, why do you have to vote for any of them? Like, why do you feel the pressure of having to vote for somebody that you say, especially, don't stand on the moral ground that you stand on,
right?
So if this person don't stand on your moral ground and this person don't stand on your moral ground, then why do you have to choose either one of them? It's just like telling one of these ladies here, I can put two dudes in front of you. Pick one. Well, I don't like him and I don't like him.
Nah, you got to pick one.
But you need to pick one though. Right. No, I'll just be by myself.
Right.
So my position to that was this, y'all. It's okay that at some point we decide to say, hold on, we done had 45 presidents. That's 45 chances, 46 now. That's 46 chances for us to receive what we want as Black people or for things to be better for us. That's 46 chances we took. And we still haven't gotten what it is that we say we want. We still scratching and pulling for justice. We still scratching and pulling for police to stop killing us. We still scratching and pulling to stop being profiled. All the things that we've been fighting against and that we want to change for us, we still keep taking chances on these people to make these things happen.
I think they're gonna fix it, right?
Right, we keep taking these chances. The only thing that has not been done as Black people is Black people as a whole have not said, we not doing shit. We keeping our money with us. We're not gonna overly spend over here. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do that. The only thing that we have not tried is betting on ourselves and seeing what that'll get us.
Right.
You always keep seeing what voting for another president will get us. We always see what voting for another this will get us. We always see what staying caught up in that system is going to get us. The only thing that we have not tried is betting on where it will get us.
Right.
And I believe that as long as that continues to be a fear, as long as that continues to be combated, as long as they continue for that to be a stretch of their imagination, we're gonna always continue to have different groups of us.
Right.
We're gonna have a group that wanna change, we're gonna have a group that don't give a fuck about changing, and we're gonna have a group that just gonna keep doing what they're doing. We're gonna stay in different pockets.
Right.
Because we haven't gotten to a place that we all gonna be on one collective accord.
Right. And I just go ahead.
And so you know, I would just leave people with what I said earlier, man. Whatever it is that you say you want to see for us as a people, is make sure you be in that.
Right.
And that's all you can do. You can't control nobody else and whether or not they do it.
Right.
If you are confident when you look in the mirror that you playing your part, and whatever your part may be, your part may be having a podcast and speaking the truth. Your part may be going out into the community and protesting. Your part may be volunteering at a homeless shelter. Whatever it is that you're doing for the advancement of humanity and Black people, whatever that is, then you're doing your part. Be happy with it. Don't worry about no likes. Don't worry about who commented. Don't worry about how many followers you got. Don't worry about if anybody noticed it. Don't worry about if your platform not big enough. Get up every day, live life, and be a good person, no matter who's watching.
And on that motherfucking note, let's get some table bounce and Shabazztheog. Yo, we appreciate you, OG, for coming on our platform and speaking your truth, man.
Thanks for having me.
And giving us some insight, man. I think a lot of people will take a lot of gems from this interview, and hopefully that they apply it to their everyday living, and better themselves, especially, us as, African Americans. We have to do our part, not even allow wait to somebody to help us out. We got to go out there and get on our own.
All right, copy, man. Y'all got to make sure y'all, when that book drop, make sure y'all get it.
Yes, most definitely.
And then bring me back so we can talk about it.
Review, drop a review, NoAdvisory review right here.
Review, word.
Make sure you get it on Audible, because I can't read, OG. I can't read stuff. But I can listen, though. Look. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm talking shit, though.
I'm going to have one of your books. Don't worry about it.
I got you. Now, I'll struggle, though. It might take me a little longer, though. But make sure I get the hard copy, though, for sure.
Don't worry about it. I'm not going to say it.
Believe.
My man Shabazztheog, man, appreciate you, man. Much love. Peace to you, King.
Thank you.
NoAdvisory, y'all be easy.
Appreciate it.
Dang.
All right, y'all. Shabazz OG.
Hey.
Yes.
I'm gonna slide up. Y'all can finish your show.
Okay. We'll go ahead and close it out. You know, if you watching the game, it turned into a soap opera. I just want to say. So I just wanted to go ahead and close it out. I just really thank you all for supporting us. 2021 is already starting off a good start. January, we knocked that out the park. We're ready for February. So I am Chocolate Diamond, Queen of the Needlet Nation, aka Shy.
It's your boy Mookie, Mature Rockstar Comedian of the world, not just the city, but the world. Mookie Mature, man.
It's your girl Trap Sid. We out. Bam.
Hold on. And it's your boy CEO McLean.
No, you gotta do like this.
Charlotte.
Cheers, it's your boy CEO McLean, NoAdvisory Podcast, Charlotte's Most Dangerous Crew. We out, baby.
We out.
Bang.
Bang.